Welcome dreamers, I hope you're having a very happy Friday. Today we have another build video coming at you. Today we're going to look at 3 mini builds that you can make today in DreamWorld. These are just going to be some ideas that you can, incorporate yourself. Make them bigger, make them smaller, it's up to you. Before we get into our build ideas though, just a quick reminder that DreamWorld is currently available in early access. That's right, if you go down to the description there will be a link to DreamWorld's website where you can get our free trial to try the game for yourself. And if you like what you play, feel free to purchase the game today. But now for the build. So we're gonna do 3 building ideas today. Our builds are gonna be a blacksmith hut, an outpost tower, and an igloo in the tundra. These are 2 building and 1 terraforming builds. So let's get right into making these building ideas in DreamWorld. So to jump right into the builds, first off we're going to start with the blacksmith hut. We have some terracotta left over from the actual estate build that we did a while back, the 2-part build, so we're going to use that for the foundations here. It uses the same resources as red brick, and it actually pairs pretty well with red brick, so that's going to be the flooring for the blacksmith hut. Now to add the walls, you're going to use red brick for the walls and the roof of the build, as well as any interior pieces. We're going to try to use red brick. We'll make sure to put plenty of windows around the build, get some, some views in and outside of the base. I want it to feel a little bit open, not completely open, but just a little bit. Especially on the entrance, we want it to make a nice open area. We want it to be a welcoming blacksmith hut. Also make sure to use all my terracotta here. I'm gonna make sure that the front foundations are connected as much to the ground as possible. And for the roofing, we're gonna do a, cylindrical roof for that cylindrical room, and then we're gonna do half roofs for the rest of the actual base. The main part of the blacksmith hut will be roofed off, but the front area will be just kind of a ceilinged off. I'm gonna use these square build pieces to actually create a shelving unit on the inside of the base. On these shelving units for the blacksmith hut, I'm going to shrink them down, and then I'm also gonna put some shrunken building assets on them as well. Some, some decorative pieces. These will act as the merchandise for the actual blacksmith. Let's first put some interior seating pieces though. We're gonna get some mountain stone chairs down first, along with a little cooking station, a little fire pit as well to illuminate the room. For the first interior pieces, we're gonna use war maces. That'll be the actual tools this blacksmith is making. And for some other decorative pieces on these shelving units, we're gonna use some just other interior, vases and decor pieces that I have that I've collected throughout playing DreamWorld. We'll put these on the shelving units as well. Let's also throw down a crafting bench so I can craft some red brick torches to get some lighting inside the blacksmith hut. We want a fiery red illuminating light inside of this blacksmith hut, and red brick torches are gonna perfectly do that alongside the cooking station. But there you have it, that is our blacksmith build. Nice little compact build, pretty simple to put down. You can make this bigger or smaller, but this is just one of the ideas that you can build as you're going across, collecting resources in DreamWorld. And I had this area tilled out already, so, I might as well put a small little blacksmith hut here. For our next building idea, we're gonna do a outpost tower build. We're gonna use shrunken foundation pieces, and also for the walls, we're gonna do something a little bit unique. You'll see in a second. Instead of building normal walls for this tower, we're gonna actually use square shape building assets here. These mountain stone blocks are gonna comprise the wall, and the reason I'm doing this is because then I'll have a lot more freedom to actually go around and, put some shapes and designs in the walls as I build them up. The only normal building assets I'm gonna have are gonna be the foundations and the door frame. So I'll go ahead and make sure to start building the walls up until I get to the first section where I wanna start making some patterns and some windows and openings. So here we are at the level that we want to make some of the patterns. So what I'm gonna do is every so often along the wall, I'm going to just leave open spaces where I'm not gonna fill in any of these square pieces. The open blocks are gonna act as kind of decorative windows so we can get some light seeping into the tower, and also, has some unique designs alongside the tower. I'll put one of these levels here, and then also a little while up the tower, I'm gonna put some more, window areas. And there we have it. We got some interesting designs. Each wall has a different little design. But now that we're done with that, let's put the staircase in and start building the tower upwards more so we can get to the roof and get to more decorative designing. So for this next section of walls, we're going to actually make just normal rectangular window slots. So each of the walls is gonna have 3 rectangular window pieces that are, left omitted in the wall. We're basically just leaving 3 gaps in every side of the wall here. And this is gonna let light get into the tower and let you see outside of the tower as well as you walk up it. right, now that that's done, let's build our staircase up a tiny bit more and start constructing the roofing area. Let's get to the end of the tower, get it to its maximum height. Now that we're at the roof, we're gonna seal up the interior of the tower, except for the part that we need to actually traverse to climb the staircase. And we're going to just make a simple little roof for the actual outpost tower. We want a little palisade around the edges, but for now, let's just fill in the actual roof area so we can stand up here. All right, let's go ahead and construct the palisade around the wall. We're gonna have just, the spiky little design around the wall so we can get, little areas that we can shoot arrows out, as we go along the top of the wall. This is both for decoration and for practical efficiency. There we go, that's a little interesting idea, to make a different kind of tower. You could use the regular wall pieces, but here we showed how we can use square shape pieces to actually create an interesting looking tower. By building the tower this way, we were actually able to manipulate how each sections of the walls acted a lot more than if we just used, wall pieces. So feel free to use this building design, as you go through DreamWorld. Now lastly, we're going to be doing some terraforming in this next build, which is going to be an igloo in the tundra. In one of our first terraforming videos, we did a build kind of like this one, but here we're going to use only snow to actually build the igloo. There's going to be no building pieces involved here. Using a stone shovel, I'm going to start making the, basic shape that I want the hut to look. We're going to do basically one mound added to get the shape of the walls, and then as we get the shape of the walls, we're going to start building the walls upwards to a certain height that I think I want them to be at. As we get the wall to the height I want it to be at, we're gonna also go ahead and till sections of the wall to make sure that the area that the wall ends at is gonna be even on all sides. that we have the ideal height of the walls, I'm gonna start constructing the roof. Standing on top of the walls we built, we're gonna create a path that goes upwards to the height we want the roof to be at, and then once we get some sort of snow at a height that we want to build off of, we can then go and connect that to the walls we have now. Notice how I go ahead and build a single path all the way around the interior of the open space inside of the walls, and I'm gonna use that to actually build off of to connect the walls we've already built to this top section of the roof, and that's gonna create a nice little igloo roof. Okay, the roof is completely filled in. Let's now put some furniture pieces in this igloo. We're just gonna do a simple bed as well as some chairs and a fire pit. You know, get a very simple design here. Igloos aren't supposed to be super complicated, so we're just gonna get a sleeping area and a sitting area and a cooking area. That's really all you need for an igloo. And there you have it. It's not the prettiest looking base, but we do have an igloo down in the tundra. You know, it's got the nice round area, it's got the nice enclosed warm interior, a nice warm lighting on the inside. I think it came out pretty good. We hope you enjoyed our 3 building ideas that we went over today. These are ideas you can incorporate in DreamWorld. You can make these builds yourself, you know, edit them a little bit, make them bigger, make them smaller, feel free. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to see videos just like this. And also don't forget to go to the description and go to the link to DreamWorld's website if you want to try the game for yourself. And as always, have an amazing Friday, Dreamers. See you next time. Bye-bye.